My name is Goodman, and I'm an author, columnist, and journalist. Please go ahead and share my latest article in the Daily Caller, Free Julian Assange. Also, I'll keep it quick. Go ahead in the pinned comment, share my two segments, and subscribe to H.A. Goodman's Second Amendment. One is of me shooting a Sig Sauer 1911 45 ACP, and the second one is of me shooting a 357 Smith & Wesson Magnum. And that's like 20 minutes. The SIG is only like about 2 minutes. Also, the next upload after that will be unveiling my brand new Smith & Wesson 500 10.5 inch barrel 50 caliber Smith & Wesson handgun. So it's like 5 minutes of just me unveiling. It's kind of like, you could say, like firearm porn or gun porn or whatever, but it's just me it's literally just looking at this gigantic gun that I purchased, and I finally got to bring it home. And of course, it's I'm abiding by state and federal policies and laws and guidelines, and safety is first and foremost in my mind, and it should be in everyone's mind when they purchase or store or utilize a firearm. What do we have here? John Brennan, for some reason, utilized British spies and British intel agencies and the UK. Why did I have amazing subscribers from around the world, the UK, Ireland, Pakistan, Nepal, New Zealand, Australia, Canada, a whole bunch of places, South Africa. I want to thank you for watching. So if you're from the UK, do you have any insight as to why the United States would have to use GCHQ? Why would the United States have to use a former MI6 agent to compile a ridiculous dossier and then pay this man, or I should say Clinton campaign? At that point, it was the United States government, but outing of FBI informant underscores British spy services ties to shadowy Trump investigations. So this is in addition to, this kind of gives context. So Stefan Halper has ties to British intel agencies. Joseph, I believe his first name is Joseph, Professor Mifsud, the professor who was said to have tried to lure Papadopoulos into dirt on Hillary. Poor Hillary. He had ties to British intelligence. So it's just, Christopher Steele, of course, I said, GCHQ 2015 British. Okay, and then you have $1 million paid to Stefan Halper. $1 million. But this is interesting. British spy. This is the Washington Times. British spy services connection to a shadowy investigation to Donald Trump. British spy services connections to shadowy investigations into Donald Trump have grown stronger with the revelation that academic Stefan Halper was spying on the president's campaign and doing it on British soil. Why was he doing it on British soil? I'm talking about the investigation, spying on Trump. Why was he doing it on British soil? What's wrong with me this evening? Mr. Halper, an American national security scholar whom the U.S. government has awarded contracts for classified projects, spied for the FBI. He is a partner in Cambridge Security Initiative, a London consulting firm. His partner, Sir Richard Dearlove. I'm Sir Richard Dearlove. That's John Brennan. I'm doing a John Brennan. Hello, this is John Brennan. Make sure the British are spying on the Americans, not us. We don't want anything to do with it. His partner is Sir Richard Dearlove, who directed Britain's foreign spying operation, known as MI6, the country's CIA, from 1999 to 2004. So, you have the former director of MI6, who's a partner of Stefan Halper? Are you serious? I mean, what was it like? Brennan's like, get the British. Yes, this is John O'Brennan. John O'Brennan. Do you know anybody? What country can we use to further a PP dossier? What is that? What's that you say? The British? Okay. They have no qualms with the PP dossier? Are you sure? Okay. That's okay. Great. We'll call up GCHQ and a former MI6, and we'll get them to engage in Operation British PP. Okay, and then we'll change the name to the Steele dossier. Okay, good. Have a good day. Ask Sally Yates if she wants to go out with me. I don't care. Okay, thank you. Bye. Like, why do we need, and I'll tell you why. One major reason is to serve as a buffer, so perhaps it could be said that the UK is our closest ally. So probably our closest ally in the world. Closest allies are the British. Mr. Halper chose British soil to introduce himself in early July 2016 to Trump campaign volunteer Carter Page, who became it. So not only that, you also have. So let's take a look at all these connections. Okay, first of all, you have GCHQ spying on Trump. You have Stefan Halper, who now has ties to the former director of MI6. You have Christopher Steele, the former MI6 agent. You have, you have Papadopoulos speaking to Alexander Downer in a London bar. This is just unbelievable. Every component, the foundation of this entire, not like baloney, fake news, very dangerous myth. And in my books, Debunking the Trump-Russia Myth, the L1 Brothers and W. Wasserman Schultz, and the two books that everyone needs to read, But Her Top Secret Emails and But Her Deleted Emails, still doing well on Amazon. Book 5 will eventually come. I talk about how the Democratic Party always tries to distance itself and Clinton. So there's always some kind of separation between the criminal or unethical activity and and the Democratic Party. So Clinton laundered money through her law firm to pay for the Steele dossier. Oh, but it was opposition research. Yeah, and then how was it used to get a FISA warrant? You can't have it both ways. When James Comey says, well, why should I find out why should I find out who leaked the information to CNN? It's an unclassified document. Well, yeah, but you used that unclassified document to obtain a FISA warrant. So which one is it? He's all over the place. Mr. Page has just given a public commencement speech in Moscow. Intelligence experts said that because Mr. Halper was carrying out a U.S. operation in Britain, Washington likely informed and received the blessing of MI6. Well, of course. It seems more and more like an FBI MI6 ops, Mr. Page told the Times. Well, yeah, of course. They're in on it because they're doing us a favor. Or they thought it's in their best interest not to have Trump. Maybe, well, obviously, Clinton is more a tool, or maybe the intelligence community is a tool for her, but she's more a tool of the intelligence community than Trump is. Trump really doesn't, if you noticed, once that little coinkydink took place in Syria, and then Trump unfortunately engaged in the obligatory retaliation, after that, there was no more discussion from Trump. In fact, right before the little coinkydink, and you know what I'm talking about, I don't want to get too into it because of YouTube policies, but in Syria, he was saying, yeah, we should pull our soldiers out. And then, just look at that. Assad decided to do something extremely counterproductive and illogical and irrational. That's weird. But Clinton would have been Clinton the opening. That would have been the opening for Clinton to be like, okay, Gulf of Tonkin, okay, WMD, okay. So it would have been infinitely worse. Then people say, why are you voting for Trump? Why are you voting for Trump? They're both bad. He's still part of the swamp. Yeah, but we were told there was a lesser evil voting paradigm. So I'm voting for the lesser evil. And also there's some good things. Peace between North and South Korea. Exposing FBI and CIA agents. But this is really interesting. I've always tried to say that, I've always stated that they've utilized the British simply as a buffer as a way to say, well, it's not just us, it's another Western ally. It's our most important ally, and they're worried about Trump. So it's not just us. Look, but it also provides an opportunity, or it also provides an alibi or cover or an excuse, I should say, for John Brennan, CIA's John Brennan, who met with Harry Reid to discuss all of this, and not Obama, which is interesting. Another way for him to say, well, you know, Democrats, the Democratic Party, and the U.S. government had nothing to do with this. What they want to do is ultimately remove the culpability or the responsibility or the notion that the United States government had no evidence, so therefore they relied on the evidence of another country. The narrative is spun, not that, well, you know what, for legal purposes, because Trump could go ahead and sue, and other people can go ahead and sue and say, wait a second, you violated my civil rights, you violated, a whole bunch of things, and then in terms of legal action, it's very difficult to go ahead and sue MI6. It's very difficult to take the British government to court over this. That's also tied into the warranty disclaimers. The DHS report says, information as is, we could be wrong. The information is not, what is the ODNI report says? Some of this information could be wrong, even if there's high confidence assessment. Confidence does not imply a fact. That's what the ODNI report states. And actually, it even states it in more glaring terms. Give me your thoughts below. My God. You had this major correlation now between Stefan Halper, who received $1 million. $1 million as a government employee under Obama. So he must have been doing some really shady things in addition to all of this. And you have this crazy, and then you have Mifsud, the professor, with ties to British intelligence also. So, and Disobedient Media wrote about this, Elizabeth Voss. She broke that story. They broke that story months back. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere. Subscribe to this channel and also H.A. Goodman's Second Amendment. I'm shooting a SIG 1911 and a 357 Smith & Wesson revolver. 2 segments below, and I will be unveiling the opening of my purchase, the 500 Smith & Wesson. It is a gorgeous firearm. Give me your thoughts below. Share this segment everywhere.